Hello, my name is MrSpaml, and today I'm here with Bradaboy, of course. You know how it is. And in this video, as you read in the title, we're talking about Unturned's lost map. I know that's not clickbait, it's an official map that's literally gone completely under the radar and disappeared. But first, if you haven't already, make sure to go down below and enter the Pine Hosting Discord giveaway. You could win $20 on Steam, Discord Nitro, and 2 sets of $5 just straight up PayPal cash. It's incredible. Enter it now, and if we don't reach 300 entries, Brad's gone.
And on top of that, for anyone that's a client, if you're a recurring client, if you're a new client, it doesn't matter. You get entered into a giveaway and your month's bills will be refunded. So it's pretty much a free server. So if you ever wanted to get a server, you can grab one. And on top of that, it's a 60% off sales.
If you're not already subscribed, what do you mess snap? Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button and let's go ahead and get started. Now, some of you absolute veteran Unturned players may recognize this map from a Me Like Big Boom video that was made a very long time ago. It is Canada. Now, a lot of you also know that Nelson is from Canada. It's probably why he wanted to start with Canada. So I'm not the first to talk about this, but we will add a little of extra sauce. And I had a quick chat with Nelson about it a little bit earlier on today. So we'll bring up what he said, and we've got some extra points to make. It's really interesting what happened, so make sure to stay tuned till the very, very end.
So this was planned to be the first map for Unturned 3. Obviously, Unturned 2, which isn't the Unturned 2 we know. It's the other Unturned. Yeah, that one. That was there, and there wasn't much there, and then he moved over to Unturned 3, so this map was one of the planned maps, and he actually did quite a bit of effort in it, started working on it, and then he did a poll between this map and PEI, which was what decided what map gets added to the game, and the results.
Well, the poll all the way back then, I'm sure I'll have the results up on screen if I can find them. This stuff is buried deep in the Unturned archives, as they say. But PEI won. Obviously, it's the map we all recognize today. It wasn't Unturned's first map, even though in reality, PEI was developed after he had already started working on Canada. And Canada, I should also add, is way more ambitious. It's like 4 times the size of PEI. Not exactly sure how much bigger it is, but it's a very big map, quite comparable to Germany in size. It's a big map, very ambitious, and it's very different to PEI. PEI is obviously very condensed and small and everything's close together, but this is quite a different map, and it's interesting to think how different Unturned would be today if Canada was actually the first map.
Yeah, exactly. If that poll changed, Canada would have been the first map, and yeah, things would probably be very different. We might not have had what we have today. But Canada also added a lot of things. The building models are pretty similar to the ones that we have in the game now. We'll take a walk a bit later and we can show you some of the buildings. But I think pretty much he made most of the models and then just copied and pasted them over into PEI and all the other maps.
Yeah, it's quite a confusing map, and I literally found out about it today. Brad somehow had it in that big brain of his. And if you didn't already notice, we are currently playing on the remade version, which was made by a modder. There's a bunch of different modded remade versions, but this was one that actually works. There's one where I had this horrible black and white disgusting glitch. It's on screen now. That is just but this one actually works. I think there's very few changes. The mod has gone through and added extra details because obviously originally Canada wasn't quite complete, but it gives us a pretty good idea of what the map would have looked like and has a very similar, if not identical, layout.
Originally the map was quite barren. I mean, it already is. If Spaml opens up his map now, you can see it is massively spaced out compared to the other maps, and a lot of people actually complained about it. There were some roads that there weren't roads that connected the left and the right sides of the map together, which people didn't like for some reason. Nelson's plan was to make it more of a survival-y map. Obviously, it's a survival game. But yeah, I think people were a bit annoyed at the fact that there's not roads and it was quite spread out.
Yeah, because there were no roads, you would have to physically walk or off-road with a vehicle, which is, I think, unheard of for an Unturned map. I don't think it's a thing now. Maybe it scarred him, making this and people complaining. So I think he's always kept the maps fully connected to the roads now. Although it would be quite interesting to have a map that doesn't have roads, or maybe just dirt roads or something. Who knows? It doesn't make too big a difference. You can off-road relatively well, depending on how rough the terrain is. But it's a very different map to other stuff we've seen.
If we open up the map, you can actually see it's got a bunch of places around the Canada area. We have Yukon at the top, which obviously we have a Yukon map. We have PEI down at the bottom right, New Brunswick, which is another popular modded map, and Vancouver. I don't think that's a map, but I think Nelson lives there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty much the whole of Canada, I think.
If this map came out, we'd have no Yukon, no PEI. It would just be a completely different game. Hey,
Map tour time.
right, well, how am I going to do that when I'm just a little crippled? But yes, we're going to have a quick look around some of the, nice one, Brad, some of the key locations on this map. I'm just generally curious because I haven't actually explored it. I kind of just got straight on and started recording. We'll have a quick TP to the main places. I'm really interested in Yukon and PEI mostly. Right, okay, Brad, you spawned me next to a zombie. Thanks for that.
Yes. So this is the mainest city on the map, and this is the biggest city. It is still very barren compared to what we used to today.
It does look a lot like Washington, I'm not going to lie.
It does, but it's even more spaced out. Washington's a lot more compacted, and yeah, I don't know. You can see that it's old. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not what we used to.
It's so strange to see. The mod maker will have had to grab things from Washington to complete it. But still, this is just like, this bit, you could probably trick me that it's in Washington, to be honest. If there were like a few more trees, it's identical.
I think this is in PEI, this actual square thing. I'm not sure though. Another thing that the original map, like the one that Nelson was working on, is all the buildings were unfurnished, which is mainly, I believe, what the people that have gone and revamped it, that's like the main thing they've done, is they've added some furniture and the things. So just imagine this, but empty, and that's what the original map looks like.
It's quite creepy, actually. It's just like, if we could get the files of the original version, which I'm pretty sure are long gone now. I did actually ask Nelson if he has any screenshots of the original Canada, and he said no. Sadly I don't, because also it's like
it clearly wasn't proof checked before.
Oh, well, I mean, still, it's a good recreation and it's easy to see, but I want to go to Yukon. Look at this. All of Yukon is just like a couple buildings. Who knew? Brad, what do you...
Oh,
again? Seriously, man. Oh, I think I spawned in PEI. Hold on. I need a GPS. I recognize it, Brad. That's how much of an unturned veteran I am. Range.
It's kind of
look. It's the lighthouse.
Gosh, it is. And it actually lines up with like that center, the thingy on PEI.
The thingy on PEI, Brad. Okay, incredible.
You know what I mean? It's like we've stood here before on PEI. It's fairly like scaled. It's a bit weird.
I don't know. Or I think he put all the PEI islands. Like I'm confused. I'm not gonna lie.
It's almost like he just grabbed the whole bottom right of this map and made that the PEI map.
PEI doesn't look like that. You know, it's on screen now, Brad. This will prove how wrong we are. Whoa. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. There's nothing like this in any map that I've seen. Clearly, Germany, Canada's got quite the farming industry, Bradley. Or Nelson just loves wheat.
Oh, and that reminds me of another point, because I've just admin cammed. One thing that was quite revolutionary with this map, I believe, is the railway system.
Like, the first time trains were added was, I think it was Russia with the drivable train. I remember that was a big deal, because Russia came out, and then, like, a month or so later, the update with the train you could drive came out. I think that's how it went. I can't quite remember. But you can't drive the train on this map, right?
No, I don't think you can, unless the modder has gone and added it. But trains, it didn't exist.
So he had the files of the train tracks ready and waiting for how many years?
I don't think he ever planned.
That's like 4 years. He had it just sat on his PC or whatever. That's insane. It's a pretty impressive map. If he added more details or a modder went in and kind of like upgraded it a bit more, it's got a lot of potential to be a very popular map. But anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Brad, why do you have a katana? What is that about? Hey, put it away. If you're not already subscribed, when you're messing up, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.